Okay, we're back again. Well, here we go. As you can see, I went back to the usual way of sewing in the signatures. And after I did this, I was thinking of other ways in my mind where I could do it if I just wanted to do it like here, but maybe for another journal. So I have these here. I might cut them down. I might not. I don't know. We'll see. So here we go. Here is the basic starting point for our journal. So now the question is, what kind of things do we want to do with it? Right? We want to put in some tucks. Well, I guess the first thing we can do is for these here center ones, is because I was going to use them as tuck spots. I still like that idea, so I'm going to glue them down. There we go. Let's glue them down. Oops, that's a bit, there we go. Not quite. All right, it's fine. So I use a little bit, and I go, I go back and forth in a little zigzag pattern because I don't know if that's something from way back when in school or something, but I think it gets a bit of a better grip, although I'm not doing so good there. And this is art glitter glue that I'm using on this. And do that up. Old dried out baby wipe to help with that. Of course, now my fingers are starting to get glued again. If there's no glue on my fingers, I must be doing something wrong. So here we go again. A little bit back and forth, a little zigzag. There we go. Okay, so it is, whoops, it's a little bit later than before because my grandson, who's 11, wanted his dinner. And although he's capable of what he was eating, cooking it in the microwave himself, he was asking for my help. So, and the dog, I think, is finally calmed down, although she's not eating her supper. And the cat is, I don't know, being quiet as well. So it seems a good time to be able to have some time to myself to get things done. I'm using my small hole punch here to make the little thumb marks, and this is, it's a tiny one, 3/4 of an inch, half an inch, I think. So there we go. I just eyeball about the middle, go about halfway down, and boom, done. And the other one, whoops, go away. Oh, get that out so I can see what I'm doing. And there we go, halfway, boom. Okay, so there's that one done, and let's go to the other signature and do that one. Okay, whoops. So, yeah. So, I'm not sure if we're doing Easter dinner tomorrow ourselves. Last weekend, for some unknown reason, my daughter wanted ham and things, so we had ham and homemade apple pie and, you know, everything else. So that might have been what we consider our Easter dinner. Everything's a bit off this year, isn't it? There we go. Okay. And I just use this here. I don't mind getting like the Fabrifix on my fingers because that's easier to get off, but the art glitter glue is a little bit tougher to get off sometimes. So there we go. Come on, back in. There we go, honestly. Okay. So, and a couple more thumb holes here. Thank you. And here. And I can't quite see it, but that's okay. There we go. Okay. Oops. So, there we go. For heaven's sakes. Today's just not my day. There we go. Okay. Get this out of the way. Alrighty. There we go. This, I'm going to have to put some weight on this tonight to help keep this closed, because otherwise this is what I get. So, oh, and I realize that you're a little bit crooked there. Let me see if I can tighten this up. Oh, maybe not. Try that. Okay. Alrighty, so there we go. Okay, what I found when I was going through looking for more things, I found these negatives from my die cut machine. That I love these die cuts that I make, but I keep these because I also like the negative space that it gives. And I trimmed them down to 6 inches. They are a bit wide, and I'm going to figure out something. Maybe I'll put them on the inside and the outside. It needs to be trimmed down a little bit. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with them yet, but I know I'm going to use them in this journal. It's a little bit wide to use. I'd have to back it with something, which I could do as a tuck spot. Not quite sure. I also have these little pieces. These are pictures, like when you buy a calendar, on the back of the calendar they show you all the different pictures of the months, and that's what these are from, left over from the calendar that I've been using. So yeah, these, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with these either. Do a tuck spot or journal cards or something, but that'll be fun too. So working on some of our ephemera as we speak. Now, as I was saying before, I normally do put in bookmarks, and actually I put the bookmark, I said I put it in just the top. I don't. I put it in through the whole thing to cover the center of the spine, and sometimes, like if there's a lot of room, I'll put in 3 bookmarks just to give it a little bit of added something. Now, this is a kind of a narrow space, and considering how I still have all these from my aborted attempt earlier, let's take a look and see. This is, oh, it'll fit. That'll fit. Although I would have to probably put it this way, because that way when it folds over we'll see the pretty polka dots. That is pretty. I like that. And I could use the orange as well. Put those on the outside. I don't know, but I don't need to make that decision now. So what I was thinking we could do here is, see that for some reason that looks crooked there. Oh well, happy accidents. So Paisleys, I don't have any Paisleys, the theme of the day. I was going to cover that up with something, so let's start there. Just flip through that. Oh, right. Got myself confused there for a second. I thought I was at the second signature, but of course I'm not. There we go. So I like the idea of that being a flip out, but I think on this one, well, this one we could keep it as a flip out too. Something to decorate it with. Excuse me. All right, but I'm trying to do a stash buster here. I've found this in my stash. My porch prints. I love her stuff. I love this color blue of these. I think they're cornflowers. I'm not quite sure what kind of flower that is. Like a cornflower. It's a pretty color blue. It goes. So I have this one. I fussy cut that out. Not quite sure where I'll put it, but I will put it somewhere. This one is just too big, so that's going back in the bin. So here we go. So yes, as I was saying, I don't know where everybody is from. We live in southeastern Pennsylvania, outside of Philadelphia, but actually a lot closer to Reading. Reading is closer to us than Philadelphia is. Philadelphia is about an hour east, and Reading is about half an hour west. So that's us. Lancaster, depends on where you're from, is south to us, about an hour, I guess. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, yeah, so that's where we live. We're originally from New York, though, so that's a long story how we wound up out here in this part of Pennsylvania. But anyway, the weather here has been crazy, as it has been, I'm sure, for everybody else as well. It's been today was chilly, actually, but the past few days have been nice and warm and sunny. I think it was last weekend, maybe I was actually grilling. Maybe not last weekend, I don't know. But one of my happy places, and the reason why I bought this house, is that it's not a very large house, but the back, it has a deck on the back which goes the length of the house. Kind of sold me on the house, actually, because I love being outside. So I'm out there with my fire pit, with my feet up. It's a happy place for me. So I hope you all have a happy place where you can go and get away from the madness, especially now when we're all staying at home to stay healthy and to also keep everybody else healthy. It is true, I do actually go out to the store probably about once a week. And again, to the post office, but that's just because I was making face masks. My brother and sister-in-law own a B&B up in Cape Cod. They bought it just a year ago, so and this is really they've only been in it it'll be a year this May. But they're doing okay. They've actually opened the place up to first responders, and they do have some people staying there with them. So we're going to send them our good thoughts and prayers that they all stay healthy. Oh, can't see. Okay. But yeah. So there we go. Yeah, so just having a play here. I don't know, has anybody read any good books? How are you guys spending your time in quarantine, aside from watching YouTube videos and maybe doing some crafting yourselves? It seems that junk journaling has pretty much joined all my crafting loves over the past years with my love for sewing and crafting. When my daughter was little, my daughter's 32 now, and we were still living in New York, I used to do a lot of crafting. And I can't tell you, we moved to Pennsylvania when she was just about to start kindergarten, so when she was 5 years old. And so 32 minus 5 is 20 odd years. And I really like that flower. I've been carting around this craft stuff from place to place to place to place to place for the past umpteen years. And my sewing stuff and my craft stuff. And it all seems to be now finding a home in the world of junk journaling, which is fabulous. I think it's absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Okay, but what are we going to do here? And as I say, I want to do a stash buster. So, most of my journals are pretty plain. Sometimes, because I want people to actually use them and write in them and make them their own, you know? So, I will do something there, but I don't know what yet. But I have to cover this up with something because I want to, and I don't like the way it looks. Let's see what the other one looks. Oh, well, definitely this one because it has this back here. So what I can do back here is, see, this is what these are from. You know, I could do a tuck spot. I could do a belly band, although it's narrower than the other pages. No, it's not. Just looks it because I'm confusing it with that second signature. That's why. I could do a belly band. Or, because it is a pretty background. I think it's the blue that's throwing me off. Though it's the same blue there. Okay. We'll have to figure this out. This is my problem. I know that a lot of people, when they're getting ready to do these videos, they have all their ephemera. They've thought it all out ahead of time, and they know they have all this stuff, and they know what they're going to be making. I, on the other hand, do not. So, because like I said, like my fabric, it has to speak to me. So let us see. See, here's another cover I was working on. This is from, whoops, this is a pasta box. You know how they have the windows in the pasta box? And this is a napkin. I love, and this is just adhesive vinyl in here. But I have light heat and bond, again, like I've been carrying this stuff around for years. I have a bolt of light heat and bond, which is fusible. So and it gave it this like oilcloth feel, different than if you do the attaching it to paper with, my mind is not working, cling wrap, saran wrap. So anyway, but what am I looking for here? Oh, my little hearts. I have hearts. I think this was from one of Pam's challenges. So yeah, this is when I was cleaning off my work area so that I can make the face masks. Got kind of interrupted. Oh, here's scraps. Might do something with those. Take that out. Okay, what am I looking for here? All right, let's do something with the hearts. Put these back. Whoops. Put that back. Put that back. And we have this here, which is a pretty color and which matches. So there you have it. So what I can do here is do just a few different hearts on that page. All right, I'll be right back.